Hello, Hana. So, forgetting versus remembering. And often we blame ourselves or blame for forgetting things. And we forget that in the moment of remembering, to acknowledge ourselves for actually remembering. And this is the constant process of life. Unless you're one of those people that remembers everything, and I have no idea what that'd be like. You're constantly forgetting things. And isn't that amazing? Because otherwise we'd just be accumulating more and more and more. Like the clutter that is in our minds would be limitless. And the remembering, if we give ourselves credit for it, every time I remember, maybe that's the exact time to remember. Because it wasn't meant for it to stay in the consciousness. And let's bring that back to the breath right now. Often in the breath, I remind people, your mind may say, oh, this is a really important thing. I need to remember this because it's so important. And you'll loop on it. And I'll remind you, if it's really that important, you'll remember when it's time to remember it, when you can actually use it. And it's a trick of the mind to stay stuck there because there's the next moment of life and the next moment and the next moment that we're missing out on by trying to remember. It's like looking at an old picture and just trying to stare at it forever, as opposed to saying, what else is going on while I'm looking at all these pictures? And then with the breath itself, often, because of the conscious connected breathing that I do, there's not a specific pattern, rate, rhythm that you have to follow in a way. Some people are actually seeking more guidance because I don't want to feel like I'm doing it wrong. And I actually am practicing welcoming that because that's the piece for us to embody. Because there are going to be times that you forget, but you'll forget the times that you forget. What you actually notice is when you actually remember. And when you're remembering, often because of our conditioning, we blame ourselves, I can't believe I lost sight of it. Instead of saying, oh, thank you for remembering. All I have to do is breathe again. It's so simple. Why am I going through that pattern to get a feeling bad for the forgetting instead of acknowledging myself for the remembering and then stepping into this moment again and breathing from here? And learning and noticing that often the body is doing the healing that it needs to do when you lose sight of trying to control things. So people will come out of this, usually at least, feeling way more rested than they imagined. And one of the things, it's almost like deep sleep, we need it. It's actually a bigger need than water, actually. It's because we'll go crazy. Our body's own regeneration process takes place, I believe, almost most efficiently when we're in that deep sleep, which is also, if you look at the medical side, why we, as a last resort, put people in medically induced comas. It's like, we've got to get out of our own way. And once we do, sometimes miracles happen. And so every time you remember, oh, I forgot my breath. Thank you. Thank you for that self-induced coma I was in. Thank you for coming back to the breath. All I have to do is keep breathing in. And this is the best place to repattern my way of being, where I've been blaming myself every time I forgot. And it's been such a pattern because everyone will point out the times I forget, whether it's in childhood, whether it's your spouse or partner, whether it's your business friends. It's such a trigger for so many people because it's just ingrained in our society that there's this ethos of remembering or always remembering, never forgetting. There's that pride of, I never forget a birthday or anniversary. And I'm like, now, whenever I leave people, I have to say to them, the moment I leave this door, I'm going to practice trying to forget you because I want to be so present with whoever I'm with. And usually that's my family, my beloved, my son, my cat. Because otherwise I'm thinking of you when I'm with them and you're not benefiting from this and they're not benefiting from me. So why do that? So remembering and forgetting. Thank you for contemplating this. Love you. Ciao for now.